Hello guys, welcome to Heart Fluff XO, where I will show you games that might fill your heart with fluff and bring a smile to your face. Since I already made my otome wrap for 2024 and mentioned in that video that I finished some other games beside otome, I thought I would share more about those here. Well, I'm not as obsessed with them as I am with otome games though. Oops. Because let's be real, otome is so good. Ugh. Other games, you really need to grab my attention more. Guys, recommend me more games in the comments that I should try, okay? Sometimes I feel like playing something other than otome, a game that has some actual gameplay, but still comes with a good story, of course. Games with fun, chill gameplay, and interactive townsfolk at the same time? Love them so much. Because that's what keeps me going. I'm not the type who enjoys games like Animal Crossing, A Little to the Left, or Unpacking, so I'm sorry if you come to this video hoping for those types of games. Because if you are, maybe just skip this one because you won't find them here. It's just not my taste. But hey, everyone has different tastes, right? So it's all good. Anyway, when I look at my list of games, I was kind of surprised that I still managed to finish quite a few games that weren't otome. At least I finished them, guys. And yeah, you might notice that some of these games I finished weren't released in 2024. I know I'm a little late to the party and probably doing something different from other videos out there. That being said, I'm determined to share this with you because some of these games aren't as well known as the ones you usually hear about. So get ready because I'm about to share my thoughts and let you in on some hidden gems. Before that, if you love visual novel or otome games, or if you want to learn Japanese with otome games and experience some hard fluffy romance, I suggest you to subscribe to this channel and follow my Twitch because I live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. One of the games that I played is Oxenfree. Well, it's not really cozy because it has this eerie vibe, and Oxenfree is a supernatural thriller about a group of friends where you play as Alex, a bright, rebellious teenager who brings her new stepbrother Jonas to an overnight party of an old military island. The night takes a terrifying turn when you accidentally open a ghostly gate tied to the island's cryptic past. How you deal with these events, your peers, and the ominous creatures you've unleashed is entirely up to you. You will determine every aspect of Alex's story while exploring Edward's Island, uncovering the base dark past, and changing the course of your friends' lives. What I love about this game is the voice acting. I always appreciate when the game includes a voice acting, and they did a great job here. You can really sense the horror. It made my heart race because I was so afraid something would pop up. But honestly, I didn't fall in love with the story. It was just okay. If you ask me whether I remember the whole story, I would say no. It didn't leave a big impression on me. But with all the systems and the way they convey it, I still give it a thumbs up. I would rate this game an 8 out of 10. I haven't played Oxenfree 2 yet, but I'm excited to try it someday. If you have played it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And from here, I'm gonna move on to Jenny LeClue, which continue that mystery vibe but with a bit of quirky twist. OMG, when I first played this game, I had such a blast. I enjoyed so much. Jenny LeClue is a thrilling story of mystery, adventure, and growing up. Set in the sleepy town of Arthurton, the game is filled with memorable, complex characters and rendered in a unique aesthetic. Jenny soon discovers the idyllic town of Arthurton is not what it seems, and she will need all her skills of deduction to find the real killer in this town, especially because her mother is accused of a murder, leading her on an unexpected journey to uncover the truth to clear her mother's name. First, I need to praise the voice acting again. OMG, they did so well. The characters are amazing. It feels like I'm watching a movie. And the art, so freaking good. It gives me Disney Pixar vibes, and playing this game brought me back to my childhood when I loved storybooks. This story is another highlight. It made me so curious about who killed the principal. But I'm rating it a 9.2 because it ends on a cliffhanger. Really? Yes. And I heard that Jenny Liquid 2 is in the works, but now it's already 2025, and I don't know if it's still happening. I hope it does. And this game also has some light puzzle elements, but nothing too difficult. And I truly enjoy my time with Jenny Liquid. And after Jenny Liquid, I went into Famicom Detective Club The Missing Heir, which took the suspense to a whole new level with its rich storytelling. Actually, I heard this game is a remake of an older version, and wow, it's remade with such amazing quality. I've never heard of this game or played the older version before, but I was captivated by the high quality graphics. And yes, it truly is impressive. The voice acting is so good that it made me feel like I was watching an anime. Really? And I feel like this game isn't talked about enough, at least based on the videos I've seen. So it feels like such a shame if you miss it. In this game, you solve a murder mystery surrounding a wealthy Japanese family. You hunt for clues, talk to suspects, and explore the Japanese countryside after tragedy strikes the Ayashiro family. Filled with suspense, the story follows an amnesia-stricken detective trying to unravel his own past amidst the horrors of a harrowing murder investigation. And I have to say it again, guys. I was in awe when I played this game. The graphics, the motion, and the story of unraveling the mystery and murder were incredible. I remember starting from chapter 7 until the end, the story got so damn exciting. Some parts I could guess, but that twist, wow, it blew me away. And the game kept me on the edge the entire time. And I'm going to rate this 9 out of 10. So far, this game is almost perfect. After playing this game, I can wait and immediately move on to the second part, which is Famicom Detective Club The Girl Who Stands With Me. This is actually the prequel to The Missing Heir. So I think I should have played this first, but well, it's okay. And in this game, you uncover the secret behind a grisly rumor haunting a Japanese high school. You interrogate suspects and hunt for clues to unravel chilling mysteries haunting the school. Suspense and a little bit of horror unfolds as you work to free students from their haunting nightmares. As a scaredy cat, I really felt the horror sometimes. I was afraid something would show up, but thank goodness there are no jump scares, so it's still safe for our hearts. However, if I'm being honest, I still prefer the missing air because this game is pretty predictable in terms of who the villain is. Even though there were some unexpected moments, but the graphics and everything else are still chef kiss though. And I will rate this 8 out of 10. And by the way, they've already released the next part of the series, and it's Emio the Smiling Man. And I can wait to get my hands on it. Next up, Beacon Pines. When I first saw the trailer for this game, I couldn't wait to play it because the system looks so interesting. It's set in a storybook where you can experience every ending and every choice that defines your story. In Beacon Pines, you play as Luca Fanhorn, who starts investigating his hometown in the hopes of finding his missing mother. However, he gets wrapped up in a bizarre mystery centered around a massive conspiracy. The characters are all cute and endearing, but if I'm going to be honest, I will rank this game a 7. Why? Because even though there were some unexpected elements, the ending felt weird to me. Is it just me? Because I thought I was wrong and that it wasn't the ending. But when I checked a walkthrough on YouTube, it was the same. They ended the story just like that. And I felt kind of empty. It's like climbing a hill, feeling the peak is near, but then suddenly falling downhill fast. I didn't enjoy this story that much. It just felt okay to me. But what about you guys? If you have played this, share your experience below. Coming up next is A Space for the Unbound. This game is set in the late 1990s and follows Atma and his girlfriend Raya as they explore their magical abilities and deal with supernatural powers threatening their existence. And yes, woohoo, this is a game from Indonesia, my country. And first, I truly adore how it captures the 1990s vibe, even though I wasn't born yet, but I could feel it. And the pixel art and the overall town design are gorgeous. I love it. But for the story, I just felt okay about it. It didn't leave a big impression on me, especially because I didn't like the female MC that much. However, as the story progressed, I understood why she's like that. And at first, I thought I would rate this game a 6, but thankfully, the writer gave it an impactful ending. I was touched, and it is the first game, beside otome games, that really touched my heart. Even the ending song was so moving. That's why I raised my rating to 7 out of 10. Even though the ending was impactful, the journey to get there wasn't as enjoyable for me. But the meaning of this game is undeniably good. And let's move on to the next game, which is Life is Strange True Colors. I have always loved Life is Strange since I first discovered and played it on my phone. Yep, the original Life is Strange. And when they introduced Life is Strange True Colors, I was intrigued to try it. In this game, you play as Alex Chen, who has long suppressed her curse, the supernatural ability to experience, absorb, and manipulate the strong emotions of others, which she sees as a blasting colored auras. Ooh, interesting. And when her brother dies in a so-called accident, Alex must embrace her power to uncover the truth and expose the dark secrets buried by a small town. And guys, you have no idea how sad I was when her brother died. Truly, I enjoy my time exploring the town and living my life alongside the other residents. It was so much fun. I've got to say that the graphics have really improved compared to the previous Life is Strange, and the story, along with the revelation of dark secrets, completely blew me away. That being said, the story isn't as, how do I put it? Complex as Life is Strange 1. I haven't tried Life is Strange 2 yet, but I've heard so many good things about it. But still, I enjoyed this game to the fullest. I would rate it 9 out of 10. And for the next game, I think this is the only game that I've played that doesn't have any dialogue. In this game, you'll guide brushstrokes and solve a variety of puzzles to help an aspiring artist complete her masterpiece while dealing with her not friendly neighbor and his pesky cat. As your painting starts to take shape, you will uncover an emotional tale of chance and artistry revealed through seemingly unrelated yet familiar moments. Thankfully, my laptop is touchscreen, so it truly felt like I was painting with my own hands. And I truly enjoy my life as a painter in this game. The story is so touching, but I won't say more because it will be a big spoiler. I suggest just play it because it's shorter than the other games. And I would rate it an 8, mainly because I still prefer visual novels or stories delivered through dialogue. However, I really enjoy my experience playing this game. And the last game of the list is Lost Words Beyond the Page. I've never heard anyone mention this game, so I need to spread the word about it. And Lost Words is an atmospheric narrative adventure that takes place within the personal diary entries of a young girl named Izzy. These entries unfold as you explore a fantasy land where words hold immense power. You will explore an emotionally moving, fully voiced narrative and make decisions that alter how the story unfolds, making each playthrough unique. And I agree. It feels so unique because I've never seen this kind of interactive storytelling where a single word in a diary defines the story of the main character. And the journey feels so magical. And I really enjoyed the adventure with Izzy. However, since the game connects deeply with themes of grief, I think you would resonate with it even more if you have experienced grief yourself. Personally, I couldn't connect with Easy's story as much, but I still feel this game is a hidden gem that you should try. And I would rate it 8.5 out of 10. For me, the best games of the year would be Jenny LeClue and Famicom Detective Club. I had so much fun playing that games. And I just realized that most of the games that I played last year are murder mystery genres, or at least ones with intriguing stories. If you think I missed any games that I should try, let me know in the comments. And my resolution for 2025, I need to complete at least one of my farming games because I always end up neglecting them, really. And I want to finish my time at Sandrock. I've been really enjoying that game. Well, it's not exactly farming, more like a builder, but yeah, you get what I mean, right? And I'm still so far behind in the game. I also want to finish at least one RPG or more story driven games like this. So many games takes my interest, but there's so little time. What should I do? At least if a game has a story, I'm more likely to finish it, especially if it has visual novel elements. So, that's all for today's video. What about you? What game did you enjoy the most in 2024? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!